Welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore and North Club Corner, episode 10.
So join in the chorus.
And you know what? It's our first win of the year. Let's hear that song again.
I agree, and I forgot the party poppers.
Let's hear it again.
Yeah, let's play it.
So join in the chorus.
Wow.
Feels like it's been...
You know North haven't lost a game in 24 hours? Sounds better than North having lost a game or won a game.
I don't know what to say. I didn't expect it, to be honest.
11-8-74, 8-17-65.
Well, John, do you want to go? Do you want
You go.
to say? Yeah,
You
well,
go.
The thing more, like, we've got 33 points up, and then obviously they overrun us in the last quarter. The thing I actually enjoyed about the win more than anything, look, I wasn't happy that they came back, but the fact that they got in front but were still able to not just capitulate as they would have in the past and got, no, we'll stand tall and try and win it. Okay, there was that free kick, thoughts?
Free kick was poor.
Okay.
However, we know George got his head ripped off.
That had to be a free kick to George.
Had to be a free kick first to George, and then in the end, the Yo one was wrong as well.
Was that like, I got it wrong, I've got to pay this one?
Oh, it could have been, but yeah, he was wrong on both. The umpire.
Yeah.
So he made two mistakes.
Okay, so let's go forward from that, and then we'll go back. Simpkins' kick for goal was beautiful.
I thought he missed it at first.
Yeah, it swung around. It was like Turner in
Yeah.
1980.
It's beautiful.
Like,
So he kicked the last two goals.
No, he didn't kick
Sorry,
the last two.
no.
Curtis kicked
the last, which was a great snap off the pack.
yeah, but I want to talk the start of the game. I thought Simpkins set us up.
Yep.
I thought he was tremendous. His first 4 or 5 efforts were like, this is what we need to do today, boys.
Yep.
So he almost like carried him.
Ably abetted, is that the word? Abetted?
Yeah.
By George.
Yeah.
He was good right from the
tremendous.
start as
Yeah.
well, George.
LDU, I've got to hand it to him.
What a game of footy.
He played really, really, really stood tall all day. And I'm hard on him, you know that. But he's going to make errors. He gets that much of the footy.
Yeah.
He's going to make errors. So I've got to give him that.
It was an ugly start to the game. Like we
well,
almost saw 0 goals
in the
each.
first quarter, they kicked the goal.
If it wasn't for
if it wasn't for Sherry's dumbness, if there's such a word.
Yep.
What would you push him?
Ridiculous. And at the end of the day, their first 2 goals
Jack Darling free
were
kicks.
both from free kicks. So at half time, you were sort of, you're already taking the lead. But at quarter time, you sort of thought, oh, we're in this.
Yeah, I thought we were. The other bloke that sits there was saying to me, I'm North on top. And look, clearances, everything.
I'm glad you said that.
Smacking them.
Their effort, now let's go just to half time. Their effort and the pressure gauge that they have in the broadcast was up. Like they were having a
For
crack.
longer, up for longer.
For longer,
as well.
yeah. They were in the game, and they got a sniff.
Look, do you think Josh Simpkins just needed a break? Because he was back to his best, mate. That was tremendous.
Well, it's coming out now that he's had a few issues off field. He had a split in his relationship, and that's come out this week. So I don't know when that happened, but maybe it was time for him to sort of who knows. But he certainly looked different. He looked refreshed. He looked
like he was
harder. He looked,
he's a tough.
He was
cookie,
ready.
He's been a tough cookie. Look, going down the other way. I know that Jack Darling's just about on his, he's at the end of his tether.
He was at the end of his tether when he dropped that ball in the 2018 grand final.
Waterman, he's okay, he's good. But what I'm getting at is Charlie Combs made a difference.
What a great game.
I know he dropped the mark.
He did,
And you know what I loved about that? They dropped it, they kicked the goal.
Yep.
But he saw him and he was like,
he knew.
I've got to make up for it.
Yeah, he knew.
He cares. He actually cares.
So 33 points up. Did you think about the Fremantle game back in round 2, 3 or 4, whenever it was? I did.
Did you? No, I actually
it was on my mind.
They were more under control this time. I thought, I think we were right.
So you reckon that one was a false sense, that lead, and this was a genuine, they've worked hard to...
I was wrong because they kicked 7 in a row.
Well, let's talk about that third quarter. I mean, Larky was on fire. They were getting the footy in cleanly. They were playing really good football to watch.
How could you kick for goal, Larky?
Magnificent. This bloke reckons he's the best kick in the world.
Hey,
in the world.
He has a crack at me. Do you not understand? Because he ain't going to kick that straight through a goal.
Had a great third quarter. He had a good third quarter.
He was sort of beaten a little bit early. Mm-hmm. But what I like about it this time, he actually fought back and not played for free kicks.
Let's talk about a couple of blokes that you've been knocking. Jaden Stevenson.
Okay.
Okay, he was okay.
He was okay.
He was okay.
Luke McDonald was very good.
He was important. He was very important. I want to knock a bloke, if you can, after a win.
Yeah.
Eddie Ford.
Yeah.
Kept looking at the umpires, kept falling over, kept stopping.
Just play the game.
Play the game, Eddie.
I reckon he's actually got ability.
He has got ability, just didn't like what I saw. Like he was almost a villain.
Did you?
He could have lost that game.
Yeah, I
for
agree.
us.
I agree. Tristan Sherry, what do you make of him?
Getting every ounce of his ability out of himself, and that's all you can ask for.
And I know he does.
And
If he can drop the idiotic thoughts of giving away dumb free kicks, I think he'd be a very good player.
you wear
He's
that,
mobile,
but you
isn't he?
wear that, don't you?
Yeah, you
don't
do.
you just go, yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah, I know.
Because there's so much. Look, you heard in the other episode what I think about Ruckman.
Commentators were going bananas how good he was going.
That's right, and it's just a lock and load. You don't want,
Yeah.
it's a lock and load, or else what? We're going to look for another Ruckman. I'm glad they've given him 22 weeks.
I agree.
And he's developed.
He has developed, and I'm just going to bring this up because we're going to talk about the midfielders, obviously.
Yep.
George, he's just getting better and better.
He's got one hand on the medal. Is it a medal or is it a trophy?
I don't know.
The
what it is,
rising star.
He's got to look. I don't know who else is going to beat him, if anyone.
Yeah, well, there's a few there. They've redrawn the market up, but
Is he favourite?
he's favourite. Yeah.
Well, look, he's good footballer, mate. When I say good football, he's tough. He's uncompromising. He gets to contests that you think he ain't going to get to, and he gets out of jail. Gets out of jail. LDU looks like he's sort of thought about it. I know. It looks like he's. I don't know. He feels.
Do you just think
Did
they?
you see the photo at the end of the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that? The weird one where there was a third hand. Did you see that one?
Who was the third hand?
There's a picture of two blokes, two North players.
LDU and Clark.
The third hand was
Clarkson.
Toby Pink's.
Oh, was it?
What do you think of Toby Pink?
Mate, if you don't pot the bloke, you don't win.
Of course.
Well, Toby Pink, I don't know.
I don't know. He kicked a goal. He kicked a nice goal.
Can you just keep playing him up for
Yeah,
rest of the year? Give him Jackson Archer. You know what he's doing with Jackson Archer? He's just going to play him in the year, see what this kid's got.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah. I also thought that they all they sniffed it. And footy and sport is just a strange thing.
I know
they sniffed it and they sniffed a win, and all of a sudden you can actually say, can they win another game this year? Now I can see it because I kept saying that they weren't going to win another game.
I sort of agreed, but
now I can see what ability they have.
They've got West Coast again at Bluntstone. They've got Gold Coast.
Do they have Adelaide again?
I'm not sure.
But look, at the end of the day, yeah.
I was going to go
on. No, you go.
Zach Fisher, I thought I know you're not a fan.
It's not that I'm not a
But
fan.
he does these little 25-metre
That's
kicks
right.
that opens it up.
Yeah, you're right. And he changes direction of the game. It's
Yeah.
not that I'm not a fan, but 36 possessions, I want to see a little bit more effectiveness.
Perhaps.
More impact on the game. You're right. He splits the game up. He
Just
changes
wait
direction.
until McKerch is back. He'll do the same thing. So he'll have an extra hand to help him.
Yeah,
Because, mate, before he got injured, McKerch is getting his 30s and he's clean.
Well, he'll come back. Oh, no, I don't know how far away now McKercher is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was to be confirmed.
Does Dersma come back this
Play
week?
him again. Play him again.
I play him this week.
Yeah.
I play him this week. And probably maybe take Eddie Ford out. I don't know.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I think Dersma, keep playing him, mate.
So, Collingwood this week, what are your thoughts?
Look, North will have a crack, and the kids would take some confidence, think, in the back of their minds, they're not going to win. We're not idiots.
Yeah, yep.
But, look, I said in our previous episode they might lose by 10 goals, but probably what you blokes are saying, they probably won't.
They lost by 5 last year to them.
6 or 7, maybe?
Yeah. If they lose by 5 goals...
Oh, you just go, okay.
But I don't...
Depends.
Andrew does say that Collingwood don't score, and I get that. So if North can kick 10, it's going to force Collingwood to kick 15. And that's right on the precipice or the border of what Andrew reckons Collingwood can kick.
Collingwood's forward line, well, they kick 14-5 today.
Okay, yeah, good. That's a good one because you've got
Does anyone come back?
Well, you've got Kruger and Frampton down back.
And forward.
So for Collingwood. So forward. So who's going to down back? You've got Core, McDonald. They're still small on land of the Giants.
Comben.
Well, Comben will take one.
Okay, but I don't know. Yeah, I think he's right with. I don't think they'll kick a massive score.
Yeah, but it won't be a shootout.
No, but okay, let's go the other way. Can North score? More. We'll go to Larky. That's the obvious one.
I don't think they can score more than what they scored on the weekend. They kicked 74 against West Coast.
So what do you think would it be
About
65,
that.
70?
70, about that. Won't be
Okay.
enough to win a game of
So
footy.
5 goal loss potential.
Well, that means Collingwood's got to kick 100, and they haven't kicked 100 in a long
I
time.
think they can against North, though.
They probably
Saying
can.
that, though, at Marvel, do North set up probably a bit better? Perhaps.
Yeah. So what about, we haven't spoken about Zerha. How do you think he went?
Thought he was good.
Yep.
Thought he was good. He was up and about.
He was very emotional in the song.
he was
Did you
trying
watch
his-
the song
yeah,
closely?
Yeah, he was very emotional.
Yeah,
So
I
was some of
noticed
the-
that.
So was LDU, if you noticed.
But LDU's got a different story. I looked at Zerha and I thought he's emotional, and there's a lot going around
So
about
he's
him.
emotional that he's rapped that we won and he wants to be a North player? Or is he emotional because, like, mate, we've won, but I'm not going to be here?
I don't think it's the latter.
You reckon he'll
I
stay
think he's
North?
emotional going, maybe this is where I want to be. This is what I play for. This is what I
So
want. This is what I want to see.
could another win or two potentially say, no, I'm staying?
It can. Then it's up to North whether they want to pay that much.
What do you think on that before we close it off?
Well, I think they should keep him because you can't keep moving on
Blokes.
senior
Yeah,
experience. So
yeah.
maybe they've got to pay a price to keep him.
And he can
That's what
play.
my
like, we're not-
first
not-
thought is.
can
We can't play, but he's not an A grader. Let's not.
No. He's a B.
He's a B grader. Let's not. People are sort of rating him as a potential A grader. I reckon we've got.
So could the bloke that sits there before we go about our midfield saying could be the best in the business in 12 months? Can it?
It can. It can.
Okay.
It can.
Interesting.
And I'm going to ask you a question about another player we haven't discussed.
Please.
Sheasel's performance.
The she's.
The Sheasel.
I love the she's.
What do you think?
I love to have the she's sitting here having a chat to us. I'd
Be
love
great.
it. He'd be great because he's just composed and he's mature. Anyway, he's playing up the ground.
Yep.
One thing I'll say, I know he started playing a bit more in the midfield. It's been a few weeks now, I think.
Yeah.
I reckon he looked a bit lost initially.
Good. I like that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, and he was making mistakes because I
Yeah.
think he wasn't sure of what was around
I
him.
like that.
Where when he's playing off half back, I can see everything.
Yeah.
He's going to be a great player, don't get me wrong. And he's clean. But I think this week, he started to understand the midfield scenario. He was good. His handballs, he was running through, getting, kicked a nice goal there when they
It's
needed
a beautiful
it.
goal. I like the fact that you mentioned that at the time I was a bit like, oh no, like he fumbled a couple of balls. He made some un-Sheasel-like errors. And at the time I was hard on him. But look, reflecting, thinking, that's good because he's now in a position, I'll spit that out, in a position where he can execute in different roles and that's where he's going to play. So he's experiencing that too.
And I thought he was very, when I say useful, obviously he's useful. But what I'm saying is, like I said, he's making those runs.
Yeah.
He's getting the ball out in the open. And
Yeah.
because he's playing more forward, mate, he's able to hit that target
That's
up
right.
forward. Whereas the other way, he had to create.
And he worked himself in the game.
He did. And you notice too, his tackling's better, mate. Oh, I'm excited. Him playing up the ground, absolutely excited.
I agree.
So you can play the McKercher back there.
Yeah,
in his spot.
you put McKercher where Sheasel's been the last 18 months.
And
or
McKercher
12
coming
months.
to the midfield when someone
Yeah,
else.
and then you move Sheasel in. Oh, look, it's a good piece of the puzzle that North have been crying out for.
I agree.
Yeah,
Totally agree.
Yep. There you have it, another episode of North Club Corner in the books. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on the Roo Boys. We love reading your comments and we'll reply to you all. See you in the next one. And for all your North supporters, let's hear the song one more time.
The extended version? Hearts to hearts. The whole
Oh,
lot.
it's a long one.
So